and welcome to Two Girls, Full Cups. I'm Monica.
I'm Tristan.
And we're having a fabulous day. It's hot as hell outside.
Southern California.
I'm literally sweating and my air conditioning's on right now.
It's humid is the problem.
It's really hot. So something really cool happened to this lady last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we went to this raffle. This lady won
So before we all donated buying tickets, it was 29 point something or 21 point something, so almost 122. Then after last night, I bet it was probably like 127 or 130.
$127,000. And
Yeah.
you know what she did? I didn't even see the lady. I heard about it. I didn't see her. We went to get drinks at the bar, and she had put $2,000 down for all free drinks.
This is a place where 2 White Claws and a Coors Original cost $10.50. We didn't
Let's
have
just
to
say
pay
we
for
had
drinks.
fun last night. We
were all winners.
We were all winners.
Yeah.
We were all
Cheers
winners.
to that lady.
Cheers to that lady.
I don't know her, but
I don't know
I
her.
like her.
I like her. But yeah, so that was like super cool.
Yeah.
You know, in addition to doing like, you know, having fun last night, you know, I kind of did something that I wasn't like super proud of.
The nachos?
So my friend Jen was like, here, have some nachos. Like, here. So there was this beautifully packaged nachos, like steak nachos with like sour cream and cheese and guacamole. And somebody shot a minute. And somebody just left it, all packaged and ready to go.
They were drunk though. They weren't beautiful. The carne asada looked like ground beef. It did not look appealing. It was out there for hours.
We ate strange parking lot nachos, and I'm embarrassed. I'm not proud.
In-N-Out coming.
And I'm embarrassed and I'm not proud. But you know what? I'm not ashamed. They were delicious. And you know what? My stomach feels fine today. They were good. We don't know where they came from. We have no idea where these not. It's almost like a gift from God. Soggy nachos.
No, but did you hear that guy when he came out and he's like, it's like I was hungry and I was like, my Uber driver's not going to stop anywhere. And then all of a sudden Tavo turns around and gives me In-N-Out. It was like a gift from heaven.
Yes, yes. And then our friend's son, so kind, brings In-N-Out for all of us.
Yeah.
And then Ubers us home. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good night. It was such a good night. Cheers. I'm not doing shot a minute because I went to brunch earlier and I drank earlier, so
She doesn't need it.
I don't need it.
I'm not gonna bring attention to it. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
What would you do if you won like the lotto? Let's not put a number on it. Let's just say, what if you won the lotto? Let's say like you won like $1 million+. What would you do if you won the lotto?
Okay, so you just put a number.
Over $1 million, like 100,000 is 100,000, but $1 million, like over $1 million. So it could be anywhere from 1 to 64 million. Like, what would you do?
Just a land to live on. I'd buy just a piece of property in general in an up and coming area. And then I'd probably buy a condo or an apartment, either like where we went, Nashville, Austin, somewhere where you could rent it out.
That would be amazing.
I'd probably invest it all in real estate.
Real estate.
Even when people say, oh, the dollar's going to go under, gold's going to go under, land never will, you know.
Okay. All right. If I won.
Sorry, I was going to ask.
No, you should refill.
Shot, yeah.
No, priorities, obviously. If I won, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be signs. There would be signs. I would have a flat stomach. I'd have a personal trainer. I would put 91 octane in my car. I only put 87.
Me too.
Gas prices are crazy.
I would have enough money to just buy a new car. 87 was ruining my car. I'd still do 87.
I'm not paying more. I'm gonna pay this lower price.
I'm a snob.
10 cents cheaper. 6
Yeah, I'm
cents.
never gonna do.
No, there would be signs.
Even if I was rich, I'm not gonna do 91.
There would be signs, and I would probably get my groceries. I would have a personal shopper for groceries, and like have No, actually, you know what?
I would go to Ralph's or Vons.
Vons is value. That shit is expensive.
So is Ralph's.
No, but to be quite honest, I really do enjoy doing my own grocery shopping. I do.
I do too.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Can I tell you a secret? I am embarrassed to say this, and there's certain things that I really don't tell many people, but I privately, secretly look at people's shopping carts when I shop to see what they eat.
Me too. And I always am like, I bet they're gonna be so disgusted with my cart and be like, that's why you're so fat. But what's crazy is there's hardly ever bad food in my cart.
No, it's crazy.
Why I'm so fat is somehow barbecues, table nachos. I didn't partake in that, but usually things like that I would do.
No, like I'll see like a really fit person and I was like, ooh, what are they eating? I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, beet juice?
Beet? Ooh, okay.
A juice I never want to drink.
Yeah, or like,
no wonder.
I'll be like, oh, they're like juicing right now. Or like sometimes, like, and I'm embarrassed to say, I'll like secretly judge them like 99% ground turkey meat. Ew, fat free, like no flavor.
I tried to make a meatloaf out of that one time.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
There wasn't enough ketchup in the world.
But no, I secretly judge people's carts and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of this, or wow, that's a lot of vegetables. Like I'm embarrassed. I should go to church and pray about it because I shouldn't be judging others. But sometimes I kind of try to figure out too, like, what are they making? What are they doing? Like,
how many kids do you have? Why do you need that many?
Yeah, and then sometimes I'm embarrassed when I have all of these vegetables and lean meats and regular meats and milk. Is that 2%? Because you could drink whole.
Why does that embarrass you?
No, that it would embarrasses me. And then I put like some freaking Pop-Tarts and like things that my kids like, and I'll see people look, and I'm like, it's for my kids. It's not for me. Don't judge me.
Yeah, my kids aren't gonna peel cucumbers.
Yeah, don't judge me.
Or eat one.
No, mine will.
Put it out there
but they're like snacks. Like there was even a point where I would get these chocolate chip cookies in like a clamshell. Like maybe like 25 count chocolate chip cookies, okay? And my kids had to like stop me and they were like, Mom, while we really like these cookies, every time we come into the kitchen we eat 3, so can you please not buy them anymore? And I was like, absolutely.
I wish Kara would say
I was like, no. I was like, are you serious? They're like, yeah, like I've eaten like 5 cookies today. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, seriously,
I
like,
don't get that kind of stuff. And Rob one time was like, this house is a fucking prison. Because if that's there, even if I don't like it, if I'm looking for something,
I want something sweet.
Even if it's something I'm not into, so it's nothing safe.
It's hard.
So I just try never to get it, which tortures Kira and Rob, who are very thin already. They don't need to not eat cookies, but I do.
But yeah, Mom,
we all suffer.
Mom, while we really like these cookies, they're gone in 3 days. Every time I go to the kitchen, I eat 3, and I'm like, what? You do? Yeah, I ate like 3 of them. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea. So I don't buy those cookies anymore.
Which reminds me, I made the cookies pan toasted.
And?
Other than I used dark chocolate chips.
Yeah.
But those were good. The walnuts, everything, it was so good. I still have quite a few.
Thank you for not bringing them over.
I don't know if that was sarcastic or...
I mean, just one. Just one. Like one cookie?
I showed my dad my new containers in my pantry. Because we both like organization.
Love organization.
And he's like, what are those? I put the cookies in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want one? He's like, who am I kidding? Yeah, give me one. And even he liked it. And he's like, him and Kira like really judge sweets. Like if it's rich enough or moist enough. Everyone's favorite word.
Moist.
Yeah. But
the only moist I want to hear about is the banana bread, not...
The problem is everyone thinks of the other.
Moist.
I'm always talking about a bread or a cookie. Everyone else is
pastries
thinking.
And delicious desserts are moist. Nothing else. So, did you hear about that guy that shot his friend when they were noodling? Because noodling, it's a technique where you stick your hand in like the mud for like catfishing. I thought it was called hooking, but now it's like noodling. I might have had I don't know. But so apparently these guys were like noodling, and he said that his friend summoned Bigfoot or something, and then he had to
summoned.
Sounds kind of strange to me. Summoned, and then like I think drowned him.
That he drowned Bigfoot?
Drowned his friend because his friend
because he summoned him. So he was like,
yeah.
Don't you ever summon Bigfoot? I'm gonna kill you.
I think so.
I would do the same. Would you?
Do you believe that there's a Bigfoot?
I believe they must have been high. And if you caught me high on something and you told me he summoned Bigfoot and you wouldn't unsummon him, I'd be like, well, I'm taking you down and I'm showing Bigfoot what I can do. So
yeah. Well, in the news article, it did say that he was under the influence of something.
Probably so acid or mushrooms, I'd say.
I saw UFOs too. But do you believe that there's a Bigfoot?
No.
No?
Remember? No, not at all.
No?
I believe scientists actually think that there's species that have literally gone extinct. Like they've for sure counted everything on this earth. I feel like if they've done that, there'd be a Bigfoot and we'd have heard about it and there'd be more than one.
Yeah.
Don't you think, or no?
Yeah.
Bigfoot's just like a giant gorilla to me.
I hate gorillas.
Back to primates.
I don't like primates playing with their weeders. Doing this. That's scary. That scares me. That's very scary to me.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Nope, don't like that.
So, Bigfoot, but have you seen Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
And Bubbles is so scared and he calls him a Sam Squanch. And he beats the shit out of, I think it's Ricky. Because he thought he was watching documentaries on it.
Sam Squanch.
And he was out and Ricky's real tall and he's like, I thought you were a Sam Squanch. And beats him up. So that could happen to me. I could be watching something, even if I don't believe in it. And then if I hear something, in my head, I'm like, I know it's not real, but now it's here, so.
Yeah.
And that's even when I'm sober. My mind plays tricks on me.
Okay, Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boys.
Your mind's playing tricks on me. So since I know that you had the same, you judge people's cards. So what's something that people don't know about you that you want to share? What's a secret? Like a secret, like something, not like a big secret, but like something that you do that most people, you don't ever really talk about it unless it like kind of comes up and you're like, oh, I do that too.
So would you know about it, or are you talking like my friends would know I do it, but anyone who knows?
Well, I don't really think anybody knew that I secretly judge people's shopping carts when I go grocery shopping. Like that's a lot of sugar, or no wonder they're thin, or...
Okay, I'd say.
Or like, wow, Karen, 5 jugs of wine and 3 lean cuisines? What's going on? Like I don't judge. I mean, I judge, but I'm just kind of curious.
So let's say this will be my last shot a minute because I don't need it anymore. I think I'm caught up to you. So that's turning off. And then I'd say if you don't know me, if you're Kira or Rob, you do know this about me, or anyone who's like Kira, Rob, Sarah, maybe you, probably not. I have really bad road rage. I mean, if you do anything wrong, I'm like, hey, you dumb fuck, and I'll like look at them, and I'm ready to fight anyone.
I heard about a fight
like
you got in
very,
before.
Very bad road rage.
No, you told me that you were late to beauty school one time because you had to hit a lady.
My really good fucking freaking friend, my maid of honor at my first wedding, because I've done that twice now. She, in front of my whole family.
Oh, was I not supposed to talk about this?
She tells the speech, the maid of honor and the best man usually do a speech.
Yeah.
Her speech is about my freeway fight. And I was like, what are you doing? Mind you, I was 20. I have family members that live in Coronado and live on a naval base, and they're better than me. And
No,
they
they
don't
know.
need to know that stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm just
shut up.
looking at her like, what's wrong with you? She doesn't even remember telling that story. And when I brought it up, she said, can we please leave the past behind? Because I didn't even remember that I said that. And I was like, I'm not mad at all. I just can't believe you can't remember such a detrimental thing. So my thing probably that most people don't know about me is I have really, really bad road rage. Like, you could probably assume, but maybe not, because I'm pretty quiet if you don't know me. I have a pretty even temper.
Totally.
If you don't ask me something, I won't say. But if you cut me off, or if my blinker's been on for a really long time, and then you just, as I'm going, decide to speed up, I'm gonna go crazy. And then I'll always tell my daughter, God help me, geez, I already have been praying that you would change this about me. And Kira's like, you don't even try though. I'm like, yeah, did you just hear me ask God to change this? Like, I'm weak, I can't do it
Jesus,
myself.
take the wheel.
Literally,
Jesus,
like,
take the
I
wheel.
can't change it.
Yeah.
I am, if it's just on me and God's not helping me, I'm gonna want to fight every person. So that's my thing.
That's good to know. I'll never cut you off. Never.
Yeah.
In the TikTok where the parents are like, hey, and they're recording their kids, and their kids are just doing kid things like coloring, watching YouTube, playing video games.
Yeah, and they're like, Mom has to fight.
Hey, I just want to let you know, hey, this lady wants to fight with me, and she has a kid your age, you need to come fight with me. And some of the kids are like, what? And some
All of them do it though.
But all the other, no, I've seen some kids, they just sat there and cried like, I don't want to do that. Or, wait, I thought we were going to Target.
I saw one on that page that we watched. She's like, I just did this to my kid. It was so hard to laugh. Hey, get your shoes on. That lady across the street wants to fight, and she has a kid your age. And she's like, are you serious? And she goes and gets her shoes and puts her hair up and goes, she's maybe 3 or 4. She goes, I don't even know how to fight. She like gets ready and is gonna go.
I don't even know how to fight.
But she's like ready to go.
Yeah. Please.
Like that kid didn't want to fight.
No, you don't do that to your kids. And I think it's funny, like the time, like, hey, let's go. They want to fight. They have a kid your age. What? All right. And then you see some like, what? They throw their bikes down, put their hair up. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
The kids' reactions are funny.
They're so funny.
It's sad we live in a world where the kids are like, yeah, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
That's going to happen for sure.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like, what is it that Jimmy Kimmel used to do? And it's like, oh, I ate all your Halloween candy. What?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could ever do that. I would feel bad, like, to make my kids feel that way.
I wouldn't do it because if their reaction was really bratty, I'd be mad. And then I started it, so I just wouldn't do that. But
I don't like to do that. No.
I like to scare kids. I like to...
You're not watching our kids.
When I was a kid, my dad always would try to scare me, like with stories before bed or...
Literally, okay, I don't remember my dad telling me like good night, bedtime stories, like go to bed. He would tell me some scary ass freaking stories.
My dad's were either Bible stories or the scariest
Mine were just
stories.
scary stories, and I'm like thinking to this day, like, how did he expect me to go to sleep well and not worry about...
Why that shadow's there and keeps moving around?
Exactly.
They keep saying it's the fan moving the door back and forth, but no one else's room does that.
Nobody else's room does that. No, like my dad would tell me really scary stories, and like I'd be like,
yeah.
what's something that when you were little that you literally like believed so much or you thought was so real, and then you grew up and you're like, what? Like I know a lot of people had said like, oh, when I was little, my parents told me you can't turn the lights on in the car because it was illegal.
One.
That's one.
I still feel that way. I'll still tell Kara that you can't do that because I was told
It's
that.
hard to see. It's hard to see when it's light and then it's
I
dark.
was just told that. I haven't been shown proof that it's not illegal.
We need to see the DMV papers on what is something that you really well, I'm trying to think like what I thought as a kid, and I was like, oh my god, like da 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 da
I'm
da.
not allowed to do this.
Or like you can't, or like this is this. Like there were so many things, and then I'm like, I think back and I'm like, why would I think that? There's so many things. Like, okay, like, you can't swim 30 minutes after you eat. Who made up that lie?
Because you'll get a side ache.
Or a cramp and you'll drown.
And you'll drown is the bad part. Because you
you'll
still
drown.
might get a cramp.
Really?
Have you ever been really full and done activity? You're gonna get a cramp in your
anything,
side. You're not gonna drown probably unless you're in the ocean far out and can't. You're like, keep swimming or this cramp. But if you're just in a regular pool, you can get to the side. You know,
just swim.
You can wait out the cramp and then let it go.
Yeah, the 30 minutes after eating that. When you pee in the pool, it turns blue. That's why I always will go out of the pool and pee. Always. I don't even care that when I get out of the pool, it's freezing. I'm like dripping everywhere. I never want to pee in anybody's pool unless they give me permission or it's a lake.
And you told me it's not going to turn green.
Blue. It turns blue.
So my cousin, or not my cousin, it's my dad's good friend's kids. We were going to the same school my freshman year. And the younger one was my age. The older one was 2 years older. And he's like, oh yeah, here's the pool. He was like showing me around for my first day of school. He's like, they say if you pee in the pool, it'll turn color, but it doesn't because I've already done it. And he was just like, that's a lie. This is a lie. You're allowed to do this. You're allowed to go out of this.
I like it. You know what? Straight to the point.
So it's funny because this kid they use for talking points now to the kids who aren't doing well in school because he graduated and he does well in life now. And they're like, if this kid could graduate and do well, we need him to talk to people because he was like one of the worst kids in that school. And that's who was like giving me my tour.
Don't do this. You can do this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole... mine have to do with pools. Don't swim or swimming. What else?
I never had lies other than maybe the car thing. My parents.
Well, no, not even your parents, but I mean necessarily like you would hear things and you'd be like, oh shoot, I can't do that or what.
Oh, I'll say this.
Something.
So this one girl, when I was in 8th grade. She said, oh, so-and-so, mind you, I was like a pretty naive kid. I didn't even really know what this meant. She's like, they put tuna up this girl's vagina and this boy ate her out, but it got stuck forever. So to me, eating out when I was a kid was like that you put food up your vagina in 8th grade. This girl told me that. No, I think it's so stupid, but also that person probably was thinking that too, because that's probably a lie that she made up and told me.
No.
So I was always like, anytime I heard someone say that, I was like, you're gonna regret that.
That took a little weird turn. Yeah. That was a weird turn right there.
But I'm telling you, I didn't have a lot of stuff that I was told that I believed, other than maybe the light thing. I don't believe, I just told you, I don't believe anyone when they tell me stuff. Like, I used to believe everyone. So now I don't believe anyone ever. Like, she texted me yesterday, my other friend texted me, and I thought they were conspiring against me. Because I didn't want to stay, and they just wanted to hang out. But I just never believe anyone's doing things just to be nice or.
Well, I'm sorry.
Just because they want to see me.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. Just wanted to hang out.
Yeah. So.
And even if you didn't stay, me and Jen would have hung out together.
Yeah. That's why I was like, did Jen text you?
No,
like,
she didn't.
She could have checked you. That's why.
Well, that's why I was like, no, she didn't.
Yeah. And I'm not crazy. I let anyone. I'll leave whenever I want. I just thought everyone was against me. So.
No, you didn't want to hang out last night, but you stayed there longer than I did.
Because I'm going out of town, and I want to save my money for that.
Well, thank God that lady won $129,000 and all the.
Yeah, that's why I stayed.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, do you have champagne?
Champagne?
Champagne? Yeah, no, it's amazing. Well, now you don't have to go to that drawing anymore.
Thank God. Because if anyone
I really wish that it was somebody that we knew.
Me too. But that girl was cool. That's nice that she did that.
That was super. I felt like we all won because she did that. That like just doing like little things like that. I feel like
I always was like, if I go, I'm bringing my credit card in case I win, so that I can buy drinks for everyone and just put it on my credit card and pay it when I get the money.
Yeah.
Wait,
did they just like
thousands
give her?
in my account to?
Did they just like give her like a big check or like how does that work?
I think supposedly they're supposed to give you cash. So I was like, if I win, I'm gonna go. Me and all my friends, whoever wants the money, is gonna take a day of their time and go everywhere we can go and get money orders, like scandalous little criminals, to not get taxed, and be like, I'll give you $1,000 today if you go everywhere you can and get money orders of as big of an amount you can get, and just have a bunch of money orders to just buy stuff.
Man, I wish you would have won.
Me too. But yeah, last night was winning.
No, I thought it was cool.
But since December, what have I said every Saturday? Like, oh yeah, from 5 till 6:30, this is what I'm doing, but I'll do anything after that.
Totally. Yeah.
So I'm glad it's over and I don't have to go there anymore.
How crazy that it was like the one time I was able to join you, somebody won.
The winner, yeah.
And I was like,
by the way, nothing against the Moose Lodge. I'm glad I don't have to go there. I'm glad that that's not my obligation on Saturday.
Yeah.
I like the Moose Lodge. It's
no,
cool.
but it's kind of like an obligation because if you're not there.
Some days I'd be laying in bed and be like, damn.
If you don't play, you won't win.
Yeah, lottery.
I would love to win the lottery.
Same.
Again,
property.
There would be signs.
All the property.
I wouldn't tell anybody, but there'd be signs.
The next podcast, I'd look a lot better. Well, actually, I'd be in bed. Justin would be on the side of me in bed. With the crackers, yeah.
Fanning you.
Yeah.
I'm your bitch.
2 girls, one's fat, one's thin. That's what it's called now. There would be signs.
There would be signs. But we're not rich, so that doesn't matter anymore. So, like, we're super excited. Next week, we're doing something, like, super different. We're going to actually be on vacation. She's actually going before me, and then I'm meeting her out in Texas. And we're actually going to film in Texas next week. I'm super excited.
Yeah, we have.
It's different.
So, last year, we went to Galveston. This year, we got an Airbnb in Canyon Lake, Texas. It's right on the lake. It has it's room for everyone, has a jacuzzi. It's just one night, and we're actually going to look at properties and stuff. Just check the area out. It's near San Marcos, like where we went tubing and stuff. Yeah, it's so fun. I haven't been to that lake though, so it'll be nice to go there the week. So I get there Monday, you get there Friday. Monday evening, my sister picks me up. It's really midnight. Tuesday morning. Tuesday, we're gonna go down to Houston area, Montgomery. My brother just built a house. That's why I was going in May. Didn't go. We're gonna see that. They have a Margaritaville there, so we're gonna check that out. Hopefully, there's a pool, because if there's not, I don't really want to go out in the Houston area in July. To be honest,
I'm literally gonna have to wear my hair curly when we go to Texas.
I'll probably wear my hair.
I don't wear it curly. My hair is naturally curly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just embrace the humidity.
Wear mine curly too, and just bring my crimper, the big mermaid crimper. Yeah. Sarah has that actually, so I'll just text her.
I'm gonna bring like a small barrel one, because like my hair.
Your curls are tighter than mine.
Mine are like tighter.
Mine are soft mermaid curls. Her curls are better. Her curls are big and nice. Mine are just like a wave. So I'll probably do that. And any straight parts of the bleach of taking my curl out, I'll just wave it with Sarah's waver. But yeah, I'll probably.
And we're gonna do the podcast from the jacuzzi at the Airbnb
with my sister. I know we keep saying you're gonna meet people. My brother-in-law, he's so funny. He's probably just being nice, and he's like, I don't want to be on this podcast in case it ever takes off. I don't want embarrassing videos of me talking about aliens because he knows it's going to come to that. And Sarah's really funny. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Honestly, we do this for fun. And
you want to know why we do this? Because we get drunk and sometimes occasionally say funny things and we're like, we should record ourselves. That was so funny.
But honestly, it's just fun. We have fun doing this. Obviously we're not going to become millionaires, and we're okay with that. Yeah. But it's fun. And it's a legacy for our children.
And we get to hang out
and drink. It's a legacy for our children.
And it's funny because it's just funny things to say. Like last night when Rob told that guy, does your arm hurt from patting yourself on the back? So sometimes people just say funny things when they're drinking. I've been married to my husband 10 years. I've never heard him say that.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why we did it, really. So.
No, we do because it's fun. It's an excuse to drink, an excuse to hang out, not at work. And it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. So we will see you next week in Texas. I'm super excited. I can't wait to go on vacation.
See y'all in Texas.
I'll see y'all in Texas. You're gonna see Texas Monica and California Monica are two different people. Not really.
I don't know what she means.
Not really. I'm not. I get curly hair and the humidity, and then I start saying y'all. I drink Lone Star beer. I like Lone Star beer.
Yeah, it's good.
It's delicious.
I like the blue still better than the red.
I like the blue and the red.
So I'll drink original. I really do like original, and then the red there is more Coors Original or Budweiser.
Yeah.
But I know it doesn't look like I watch my weight, but I'm not going to drink 10 red beers or 10 Coors Original. So I do try to choose the blue, but yeah, it is a good beer.
Awesome. So we will see you in Texas. So cheers and thank y'all. Bye y'all.
Bye y'all. All y'all.
Bye all y'all. Oh, baby red.